Welcome back to the channel, everyone. As you guys already probably know, the Samsung Galaxy S20 series just got released, and I'm very happy about it, but I'm also kind of teed off about it, to be honest, because they got rid of the E series. They got rid of the S10 successor in a way, which I'm kind of salty about, but we're not talking about that in this video. We're going to be talking about the Galaxy S20 and kind of comparing it quickly to the Galaxy S10. This is not a full-on comparison. I don't own the S20, but best believe I'm reserving all of them right now, so when I do get them, I can make those full-on comparisons. I just want to kind of hit on the quick differences between basically, the newest model of the S20 and comparing it to last year's model. Now, straight off on the front, we can already kind of see a little bit of the difference. On the S10, we actually had a 6.1 inch display, and on the S20, we have a 6.2 inch display, and you can basically see, and the resolution is exactly the same. There's a little bit of a higher pixels per inch, which is really cool, and I love seeing that. But basically, the main difference in terms of the way it looks, you can see that the hole punch display is now in the center, which is really cool, and it kind of doesn't throw things off as much as it used to. So now it's actually really cool and really seamless, and I love seeing that. But the coolest thing is probably the 120 Hz refresh rate option that we have. So now they're going above that 90 Hz refresh rate the OnePlus 7 Pro had, and now we're at 120, which is really cool and an awesome feature, and probably one of the most awesome features that this phone brought. You still have that microSD card slot in this phone as well, which I was really happy about. I was afraid they were going to remove it since that Note 10 removed it, but they actually kept it, which I'm really happy about. But they did kind of increase the price. So last year, the Samsung Galaxy S10 was around $899, depending where you got it from and everything, but I paid $899 for mine. But they actually increased that price up to $999. So now the base model of that phone is now $999, and there's no S20e, which, like I said, I'm kind of salty about, but I guess it's whatever, I'll get over it eventually. There's still the same IP68 dust water resistance, which is awesome. Software-wise, the S20 is going to last 1 year longer, so there's not even any point talking about that. In terms of performance, you do have quite a bit of difference. The S10 had the Snapdragon 855 octa-core CPU and Adreno 640 GPU, and the base model 128GB model that had 8GB of RAM, where the S20 is a little bit different. So we actually got the Qualcomm Snapdragon 865 chipset, an octa-core CPU and Adreno 650 GPU, but apparently there's only one model of the S20 as far as we know. That's the 128GB base model with 8GB of RAM, where the S10 actually had a 512GB top tier model. So I don't get why Samsung is eliminating those top tier models. It's probably because they're cannibalizing some of those top tier phone sales, maybe, I don't know. But that's kind of weird that that's the case, and hopefully that isn't the case. But I reserved mine, and it seems like that was the only option I got. I don't really remember, but I find that to be kind of weird, but it is what it is. I'm not freaking out about it too much. Now, the biggest difference is probably in the camera sensors, and this is probably the part where I probably care about the least, if I'm being honest. Now, obviously, when I get them, I'm going to compare the cameras and a whole dedicated videos and all that. But in my opinion, dude, the S20's camera does look really cool. I'm not going to lie. Now, interestingly enough, you have the ability to shoot 8K video on the Samsung Galaxy S20, or on the S10, you could only do 4K, which 4K is still great. Don't get me wrong, that's amazing. 4K is 60 at that. But you do have that capability on the S20, which is awesome. You also have 30 times optical zoom, so it's 3 times hybrid zoom times by the 10 times digital zoom, so you get 30 times whatever. The S20 Ultra has some crazier things with it, but with that 30 times zoom, that does allow you to get, I guess, way more optical zoom than the 2 times optical zoom that you had on the Samsung Galaxy S10. So that's really the main difference. You also have a higher megapixel count on that telephoto lens. But what I can tell you in terms of the cameras, the S20 will definitely be better, but I still think the S10 is definitely going to handle its own. And if you can see on the back, the camera sensors are also a little bit different. Still the 3 camera setup, but the S20 just kind of flipped over a little bit. Not a big deal. I think it's cool and all, but I think the S10 is still going to be fine for a majority of people. You still have the fingerprint sensor built into the screen and everything like that. Now, in terms of battery life, this is also another major difference. You had a 3400 mAh battery on the Samsung Galaxy S10, but you have a 4000 mAh battery on the S20. So you're going to be getting way better battery life on that phone for sure. However, if you keep that 120 Hz refresh rate screen on that screen, the battery life will definitely probably go down a lot more. But I still think it's going to be a great battery life, so I would probably recommend keeping it at that 60 Hz. I do wonder if they have a 90 Hz refresh option. I think that'd be really interesting if they could enable that. So in terms of everything, that really pretty much covers up the major things. Again, this is a quick comparison. Once I do get the phones, I'll go ahead and compare them all and go from there. I will say though, the Samsung Galaxy S10 right now on Amazon is selling for about $430, which is definitely substantially cheaper than a brand new Samsung Galaxy S20. So if you want to go over that route, I'll go ahead and leave that link down in the description. We can get it from there and help support the channel at the same time. But that is pretty much it. If you guys have any other questions or anything, let me know in the comments section as well. Hit that like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. Every single subscriber that we get really does count, so it means so much if you guys could hit that. Also check out the other links down in the description as well. My Twitter, my Instagram, my second channel, all those links are linked down below. I'd really appreciate if you guys could check it out. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.